Hello, Flavor Lab family. Today we are diving deep into a dish that's not just food but a passionate debate in Cameroon, Eru. And specifically, we are going to explore Eru the Manyu Way, a method that has sparked countless discussions and holds a special place in my culinary journey. Eru is a traditional vegetable stew from Cameroon, typically made with wild leaves called Eru leaves, water leaf, red palm oil, and it is often enriched with smoked fish, smoked meat, crayfish, and cow skin. It is a dish that evokes comfort, tradition, and community. But lately, there has been a lot of talk, a lot of debate about the right way to make Eru. Well, I have been listening, I have been learning, and also speaking to some of my friends from the Manyu region, and they were so kind enough to share with me their secrets and tips on how to make a truly good Eru from the Manyu region, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, and also tackling some of those burning controversies head on. Let us start with one of the biggest debates, the oil. Many people believe Eru needs to be swimming in oil in order for it to be authentic and good. But according to my Manyu friends, a truly good plate of Eru made the traditional way requires less oil. It is about letting the natural flavors from the leaves and proteins shine and not using oil to mask them. This is a key distinction, and it results to a very light yet incredibly flavorful Eru. Another hot topic is the color. So many people are obsessed with Eru being a vibrant green, and yes, when you use fresh Eru leaves and fresh water leaf, it can be stunningly beautiful in color. However, living here in Sweden, it is very difficult for me to access fresh Eru leaves, and water leaf is definitely a very big challenge for me. So I will be using dried Eru soaked in water to tenderize them. For a practical substitution for the water leaf, I'm going to be using spinach. And because of this, my Eru wouldn't be that intense, bright, and green. That's perfectly okay. The flavor, the essence is what truly matters, right? And now, for some crucial minute secrets that truly defines their Eru is first the crayfish. Some people prefer to pound their crayfish into powder, but in my new way, you want to visibly see the crayfish in the Eru. It is about texture and the distinct burst of flavor. And so we will be adding the crayfish in a way that preserves its form. Similarly with the hot pepper. Instead of blending our pepper into a smooth paste or just randomly throwing the pepper into the Eru, we are going to be pounding it into chunks. You should be able to see those red, beautiful specks of pepper all through your Eru. And also, it adds to the visual appeal and it gives you that authentic experience. And finally, when you look at a plate of Eru made the Manyu way, you should be able to see the strands of the Eru leaves. It is not necessarily a homogeneous paste, but a mix where each ingredient maintains its own identity. So, to recap the Manyu essentials in making a good pot of Eru: less oil, visible crayfish, visible pepper, and we want to see the strands of the Eru. These are the hallmark of a truly and authentic Eru from the Manyu people of the southwest region of Cameroon. Now, let's bring these Manyu traditional techniques to life in the flavor lab. First, the dried Eru leaves need a good soak. Don't rush this step. Proper soaking is key to achieving tenderness and unlocking flavor. If you can, soak the leaves overnight. Once softened, rinse thoroughly and gently squeeze out the excess water. Then set them aside to continue draining. As I earlier mentioned, we are going to be using some fresh spinach. This still gives us that earthy base we are looking for. So we'll chop the spinach and then rinse it well with clean water and let it to drain. In a pot, combine your smoked meat, cow skin, and dried fish, also known as mbonga, which I've already filleted and soaked. Add a small amount of water and a bit of salt. Since the proteins are already pre-cooked, we just need a light stock to bring everything together. Once it comes to a boil and the proteins have released their flavors, remove them from the pot. I've noticed that if you leave them in while adding the vegetables, the grains tend to coat the meat and almost disappear, making the dish look like a heavy meat stew. So, taking them out gives you better control over the final texture and presentation. Next, add your spinach. It might seem like a lot at first, but just wait. As it cooks down, you will see it reduce dramatically, releasing quite a bit of water. Keep stirring and allow that liquid to reduce. We don't want it completely dry, just enough moisture left to properly cook the eru. Once you are happy with the consistency, build some flavor. Lightly season with the salt and seasoning cube, then add some crayfish and pounded pepper. Stir well and let it simmer for a few minutes. Add your eru. The role of the spinach basically is to help soften the eru, which can be quite tough. So we are aiming for a balance between the two vegetables. And remember, we still want to see those beautiful strands of eru in the final dish. At this point, we follow a classic step, one I may not fully understand, but tradition stands. Create a small well in the center of the pot and then pour in the palm oil and stir to combine. Add more oil if you think you need more, then add the remaining crayfish and pepper. Stir everything together and adjust your seasoning. So now it's time to return the proteins to the pot. Mix well and let everything simmer uncovered for a few more minutes. Once done, allow it to cool slightly before serving with your fufu of choice. And there you have it. My eru made the Manyu Way. It has less oil, rich in flavor, and filled with beautiful, visible ingredients that tell a story. It is a dish that truly embodies the spirit of Cameroonian cuisine. A perfect example of how tradition evolves while holding on to its essence. Now I want to hear from you. What are your Aero traditions? Do you agree with the less oil approach, or are you a fan of that vibrant green look? Share your thoughts, your preferences, and your own Aero controversies in the comments. I love hearing about your culinary journeys and many ways we celebrate our food. As always, I really appreciate you for watching this far, and I hope I'm gonna see you in another episode of Flavor Lab with Zeedel. I wish you well, stay blessed, and see you soon. Bye.